The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the guests and not necessarily reflect on the official policies or positions of any agencies of Pants Pending Studios. Assumptions made within the podcast are not reflective of the position of the plan.
What was the last part?
Assumptions made within the podcast are not reflective of the positions of Pants Pending Entity.
And one more time.
Assumptions made in the podcast are not reflective of the positions of any Pants Pendency entity.
And one more time.
Assumptions made within the podcast are not reflective of the positions of any Pants Pending entity.
Oh my gosh. I gotta get another family. There's just so many bad things going on. It's just something dumb to laugh at. You know?
A comedian has taken to Instagram to recreate his teenage daughter's selfies.
Yeah, this is, everybody wants to be famous. I'm not sure if this is the way I really wanted to go.
That's funny to me.
We know that you beat Batman to be voted Hero of the Week in the UK.
And, you're looking at the only guy to beat Batman, and he was wearing a white tank top at the time.
This is my favorite dude right now.
All right, welcome to the show. I've got a big show for you today. I have lots of interviews from Emerald City Comic Con. I have Selfie Mom, Selfie Daughter, younger Selfie Daughter. What did we agree on, us? It's Selfie Boy?
Selfie Son, I think.
Selfie Son. All right, that works for me. Selfie Son. All right, so it's a family gathering for this podcast. I also have an interview with Mike Seibert from KGRG.com. He's not only a radio DJ, but a geek as well. And a whole lot more. So right now, let's kick off the show. This is an extra bonus episode because I was late last year. You might hear some strange noises because there are dogs. I'm sitting in the living room. So if you hear yip, 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 it's a puppy. And look, I'm a celebrity and this is free. So you're welcome. And let's get on with the show. All right. So Selfie Mom's here. It's an audio podcast. You're going to have to say something. Just kick in anytime.
Applause.
Thank you.
There we go.
Okay. So we went to Seattle. Oh, just went through puberty for a second there. Went to Seattle for Emerald City Comic Con. I was taken there for Bleeding Cool because I got a press pass. I talked them into one and did 9 crappy stories for them. And I think they printed 4. And it was about...
Okay.
Don't
pat yourself on the back there.
I don't want to break my arm patting myself on the back. Like old Rick and Morty. Don't break your arm patting yourself on the back. The fun part was, not the fun part, driving. I don't know.
That was not the fun part.
See, I live in Spokane. There is one freeway that goes through town. I can get anywhere in about a half hour. It took about a half hour to go 2 miles, and that was pretty much 80 miles an hour, 5, 80, 5, 80, then 3, then 90. Your lane changes into an exit lane for no reason.
No apparent reason.
Your passenger lane suddenly becomes a passenger lane when you didn't know you were on a passenger lane. That city's messed up.
Even the passing lane turns into an exit, which is novel. That's fun.
I didn't really enjoy seeing the that's a little high.
A little bit.
I didn't enjoy seeing the homeless museums that they sat on the side of the road.
Yeah, that wasn't cool.
Yeah, you got to talk into the mic. You really got to just get in there.
Okay.
Told you that before. Hey, this is a PG-13 podcast.
Okay.
What was your question? What was going on?
I didn't have a question.
What just happened?
I didn't have a question.
What just happened?
Nothing.
They had I can just call it homeless museum because there were no homeless there, but it was like tents and shopping carts. There was like a little village in the middle of where 2 lanes of the freeway met, and it looked like basically, we kicked them out. Let's just leave everything. Like the tent was still there. Like I kind of planned on seeing like a mannequin inside and maybe a little sign saying "Do not touch. This is an art exhibit," because I didn't understand it.
There was just a little bit of everything. I mean, there wasn't. It wasn't like the full tent city that you see, a little bit closer to the arena. But there was like just a couple of tents, and there was some stuff that looked like it was people were living there
There
for
was
a little
just
while, and
enough
it was
that
just
like
gone.
an artist would buy.
Exactly.
and
It
make it
looked
look like
like a
that.
display. Yeah.
And Seattle is an artsy town, so who am I to say that wasn't an art project? The gum wall was disgusting. I did not know about the gum wall until we walked by and went, "Ooh, gross! What is that?" It's all
really?
over. Did you know about it?
Yeah.
I did not know.
I didn't
about
know
the gum
where
wall.
it was. We just head down this dark alley trying to get down by the
Trying to buy drugs. Those are legal in Seattle.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, just wander down this dark alley, and then there's all of a sudden a ton of people and just gum everywhere. And I'd seen it before, but I didn't know where. And
it's the most bizarre thing to see people, like 20 people taking pictures of gum on the wall.
Pretending to eat it, or doing gross things like you did.
Well, it was cherry. I mean, how many times you find a red one? It's exciting.
Just something about a wall of gum suddenly turns you into a 12-year-old boy.
Yes. What else was there? I got driving gum. A little puppy's gonna drive me insane because I can hear it yipping from here.
Yeah.
I know it hears us talking, so there's no way it's going to stop. So you dropped me off at Emerald City, and then you went out and did your own thing. You
drove to Portland.
You drove to Portland, and then you came back to get me.
Yes.
And then
because that's just what you do. You run errands. You drive to Portland from Seattle.
Because you wanted nothing to do with the con. I think that was pretty crystal clear.
I would have been okay going to it. It just wouldn't have been a place I'd want to spend hours at.
You don't like my friends. That's safe to say.
You have friends?
I don't have any friends in Emerald City. Everyone's wearing a mask just to avoid me. Yeah, I guess I feel the same way about dog shows. Speaking of which,
yes,
I said, "Hey, you're going to be on the show, so come up with an idea." And since you're a dog lady,
dog lady,
is it dog person? Did I screw that up? Is it dog person?
I don't know.
I don't know the PC.
I'm not sure. At least it's not cat lady.
I know it doesn't rhyme with witch, because that one I can't do. Especially not with the kid in the room.
Yeah, no, not okay.
And especially not without your back facing me.
Oh, okay.
So did you asked Facebook, which is the worst thing you can do, to come up with an idea that you could talk about, because nothing goes better with a podcast than comics and then dogs, because that just really
it's a nice
wide
mixture.
Demographic.
Well, you know what? It's two different kinds of nerds. Because I remember you call me dog nerd all the time, because I'll start into a dog conversation that is kind of like you having a nerdy conversation about comics.
I called you dog nerd.
You did call me dog nerd.
Because I couldn't curse. Is that
what?
I'm sorry, what?
Oh,
I'm
really?
sorry, what?
Oh, really?
What happened? What just happened? What just happened?
You know, I'm not sure, but I think you'll pay for it later.
I'm sure I will.
I'm pretty sure. Okay, so
you're.
I was unprepared.
Let's put friends in quotation marks.
Yes.
So you're friends on Facebook.
So I just threw it out there. Hey, what would be a good topic to talk about, dog related, that would be funny? Actually, the entire list was actually pretty funny. Like within 5 minutes, I got pooping, farting.
Okay, now let's wait. Let's slow
Are we
down.
gonna go through these?
Can someone take a stick to that puppy in the room?
Okay.
Does anybody have a gunny sack?
Oh!
So, it's for humor.
And this is why you're not the dog person.
This is why. Trust me, if you went to a comic convention, you'd go, does anybody have a sack for some of these people?
I already think that. I don't even have to go to a convention and see them in person.
Oh, okay. I don't mean to drown a puppy. It's all for humor.
Oh my gosh.
It's all for humor.
Because that's funny. Good job.
Well, you know what? You better have a sense of humor. You're going to listen to this podcast, because that is all. If I have to go for truth or a joke, I'm going for the joke every time. So go be offended on Facebook and stop being offended on a podcast. Okay, so the first one was poop. Let's talk about poop. let's talk about we left to go see Kong, which is about an hour and a half movie. We were gone roughly 2 hours and came back to glorious poop by the back door because
yes.
we know the dog Peanut was waiting for us to leave.
She watched us out the window.
Watched the car drive away, and then looked down at the other dog as if to say, "Don't tell on me while we're gone, or I'm taking a shiv to you." That's what's going to happen.
Like we don't know it's her.
Like we don't know. Because she just dang near signed her name. All right, what was the next one?
Farting or humping.
Well, now both of those could go hand in hand. You really got 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other.
Let's see.
You sometimes if you're trying to sneak one out, you make the same move.
Okay.
A little shift of the hips.
We're getting in TMI area now. Thank you.
Still
Thank
PG-13.
you. Snoring and snorting. I think we talked about that last time because we were comparing men to dogs.
See, you could have put snoring, snorting, and farting all in the same thing. A snort. A snort, if you will. That's good, man.
When you do that, I don't call it a snort. If you're farting, I don't say, "Oh, sweetie, you just snorted."
Oh, no, but you do it with your pinky up.
Oh.
If you snore and fart at the same time with your pinky up, it's classy.
And it's called snarting.
Snorting.
Word of the week. Snarting.
Would you prefer to snort? No, I prefer to snort. Thank you, sir.
Let's see. Natural raw diet. Probably a lot of people that are not dog people probably don't know that you can feed raw to dogs.
I thought we were talking about like a Gwyneth Paltrow diet. So.
Oh. No.
Are we not?
Like uncooked carrots and,
Aren't all carrots uncooked? Aren't they just
before you cook them, they're uncooked.
refried beans?
Smarty.
Probably should have got it right the first time. So no, explain more about the raw food diet. It's basically, here's some food I didn't cook.
Well, you can feed them raw meat, and normally that's a no-no when you're feeding a living being raw meat.
I like to feed the dog snakes while you're gone. Okay. Is that wrong?
Yeah, that's wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not in charge when I'm gone.
I like to feed them baby fingers. just to nibble.
Okay, and those are raw.
Okay,
so
then.
those would be okay.
So babies are raw. Just don't cook them before you give them to the dog.
Gosh, you're awful.
All right.
You're so awful.
I'm just trying to figure out your raw diet. I'm not a dog expert.
Gosh.
I'm not a dog whisperer.
Okay. You're sick, though. So you can feed a dog raw meat and it doesn't make them sick because their digestive tract is short.
Now, I was told by a homeless man who had a dog when I ran a restaurant that had meat in it, and I said, "Hey, would your dog like some meat?" And he said, "Well, not if it's raw," and got really upset and mad with me. Would he be wrong?
Yes.
Okay.
Unless he wanted it for himself.
Because that's it.
Okay.
I'm trying to feed the dog.
Okay.
Well, the dog look hungry. The dog's walking around going, "When are we going home?" Have I offended enough people?
I think there's probably 3 people still listening.
There is absolutely no charity with homeless people that's going to let me work for them at all.
No,
okay.
Never. Let's see. The next one was from my dad, and he submitted...
what does he have to say about Obama? By the way, this is an all Trump-free podcast.
This one
is going to be... This is going to... Wait. Okay, there we go. I wasn't recording there for a sec. This is going to be an all Trump-free podcast. We're not going to mention anything bad about him. So.
Oh, okay. Well, then we'll let my dad get in his digs with Rosie O'Donnell, Maxine Waters, and Nancy Pelosi.
Okay.
He said we can start with those dogs, so we'll give him that. We'll give him that. Just let's just leave it right there.
We're just gonna go. You know what? There was more funny with baby fingers and homeless people than there was with your dad's suggestion. And that is why I'm on my second Facebook profile because
drop it. The next one is dog's fascination with kitty litter boxes.
Well, it's like graham cracker crumbs and Tootsie Rolls.
Oh, yeah, well, almond roca.
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
Who doesn't like almond roca?
It's like passing a tray around.
a very small plastic tray with
little
a lid.
hors d'oeuvres.
It has a little lid, like when you go to a fancy party and the butler opens up the lid. Would you like an hors d'oeuvre?
Exactly.
The dog helps itself.
And sometimes, no, I'm not going to go there. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Because this podcast is so clean.
It's
clean and
classy.
good and educational.
It's so classy. Okay, the next one is the bread buy class, which
I'm sorry, the what? I'm buying
it's
bread.
Sometimes cracks people up. It's called the bread buy exhibitor class. So if you have bred that dog, you bred the father and the mother, and you produce that puppy, and then you show it. That's the bred by exhibitor class. However, to people who are not familiar with dog shows, that dog was bred by the exhibitor kind of sounds a little
When
off.
you say it cracks some people up, I think you overestimate that.
Really?
So the exhibitor has bred its dog into some Island of Dr. Moreau exhibition that I want nothing to do with.
See, that could go a whole different creepy way. Okay.
Yeah, it could. It did.
Let me see.
This is going about as well as Taylor's talk about demon games.
Okay.
So let's.
What it's like to take care of puppies. People think that it's just all, romping in the grass and playing with puppies and.
Can you hear the yipping in the background?
Oh my gosh, there's so much work. There's so much work.
It is not. It is not a Coca-Cola commercial where you just get to roll around with puppies all day.
It's not.
No.
Where they're always clean.
No. And especially in the winter, be prepared for your house to smell like a chicken coop. We have no friends. I have no friends on purpose, so I don't have to bring them over. Oh, hey, come on. No, I'm all good. I'm good. I'll stand out here on the porch.
I'm good.
Thanks. It's raining. Don't care. I'm sorry. Do you own dogs and chickens?
You always see these pictures on Facebook of people with their little puppy pens, and you see this nice little clean potty pad, nice little clean box, and their bed, and everything is so clean. And if you've had a litter of puppies, you know that they just cleaned it and they just set everything out, put the puppies in, and hurried and took that picture because within 10 minutes, it is poop smeared. They have dragged that pad around. They've spilled everything.
You don't take a picture of your baby in a poopy diaper. You take a picture of your baby after you've just cleaned it. Look how pretty she is.
Now, pretend it's like 6 babies and none of them have diapers. And they're all in a confined space.
Well, that seems more like that trailer park down the road. I've seen that a lot. I see that every day I go to work. You don't have to change them if you don't put a diaper on. Just saying.
Next subject is, why is my fixed dog still humping?
That's because it's a dude. A dude can be fixed and still be like a bull in a china shop. So
I don't know. I don't know any fixed dudes, but if that's the crowd you hang out with, is that your fan base still?
I do, but it's basically every time we go out, all the wives go, "Well, you're not going to be needing those." So let me keep those here, and then you can go out with your friends. Nice. So all of us sitting at a table are completely, eunuch.
Okay.
On
that note, I did get permission to share a story though, which I think is.
Oh, story time! Story time! All right.
Okay.
Oh, is this going to start once upon a time?
It's not going to be a cutesy ending.
All right, let's start your story.
Okay, so occasionally, if a dog you're breeding 2 dogs and they're not getting the job done, the owner uses artificial insemination. So one weekend, I'm not going to go into. No, we're not. This is a family-friendly show. We're not getting into details. There's going to be enough detail.
No fun.
Okay, so we've got some ladies
they have to get to the dog, and then they got.
We can stop. Just stop.
They got to talk dirty to it.
Are you done?
All the vets have to draw straws to see who does this, and it's usually the one who just started.
Okay, so one evening, these ladies are at a show, and they're all sharing a hotel room, and this one female happened to be ready to be bred that night, and they had the male on site. So, So all the ladies had been into the wine, so everybody is already giggly and
Including
goofy.
the dog?
No.
Oh, okay.
So
Would make the story better.
so they have to resort to artificial insemination. Well, they didn't bring the equipment necessary for the collection of said male. A baggie, yes. So they happened to have, it was around Easter time, and they had one of those carrot-shaped bags.
With candy corn.
With Reese's Pieces in it.
Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces. So go ahead and collect this dog. The dog is up on the bed, and they're collecting
like with
the dog.
a cigarette in its mouth?
No.
Little lingerie?
No. And apparently there was a hole in the bottom of the bag.
Dear
And so
Liza, there's a hole in the bottom of the bag.
So one of the gals notices that there's a hole in the bottom of the bag, and they're losing what they need to use to complete the project.
Because there's only so much.
It's
not a machine.
It's not a limited supply. So she dives across the bed to grab the end of the bag and pinch it to keep the rest of it from spilling out. And so
I'm glad you told me to class it up. I'm glad you told me, Chris, you need to class this up a little bit.
How to keep this family friendly. There's just not a way.
Yep.
So anyway, so
I hear the Bionic Man.
Slow motion
flying across, like one of those things where while she's in midair, she stops and the camera circles around the room and then goes back to her, and then she continues to fall. And in the close up of the little pinch on the bag. And we are talking about the plastic bag, right?
Yes, we're talking about the plastic bag.
Because a pinch on either bag will stop whatever you need to do.
And you can just hear like slow motion ahead of time as she spots it. No.
Dear Penthouse, I never thought this would happen to me. One time I was in a hotel room eating some Reese's Pieces. But out of nowhere.
So 62 days later, we have
estimated
approximately 62 days later, they have a nice litter of, I believe it was 6, and one of them is named Reese.
Ironically, they all have a candy shell. And if you bite into them,
orange,
they're
one was
chocolate
yellow,
inside.
one was brown.
They're always squeezing chocolate all over the house. But it has a nice candy shell.
Peanut butter, not chocolate.
They don't
Get your candy right.
They don't poop, they just leave little pellets with M's on them. Is that which would be so easy to clean. You may be onto something. Because how easy would it be to clean up dog poop if it's already a little candy shell?
Especially if you have kids around.
Right? If you clean that up, you get free candy.
So bad. We just need to start the whole thing over.
Why?
Baby
gold.
fingers
and
poop candy.
I don't even know what to call this episode. Baby fingers and poop candy.
Good gosh.
You're welcome.
What was in that popcorn from the
You're
movies?
welcome.
What was in that?
I'll tell you what was in the popcorn. It's by Samuel L. Jackson.
That's awesome.
I'm going to kill this monkey. Did you like the movie?
I did like the movie.
Okay.
It was good. Action-packed. Great effects.
And we had Nick Fury and Loki fighting a giant monkey.
That was very cool.
Also, a Nova Corps person from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, yeah.
And the girl is going to be... I lost my nerd cred, and I used Captain Marvel. The girl, the photographer.
She's a girl.
No, see, there's a whole Marvel deal. That's why they call him Shazam. Captain Marvel Shazam, and then there's Captain Marvel, who's a woman. If for Marvel. DC has Captain Marvel Shazam. Marvel has just Captain Marvel. Which I think Marvel should have because it's in the name.
You're so nerdy. Oh, my gosh.
Hi, welcome to the Nerd Podcast. We'll be talking about nerd things and poop. And baby fingers.
Are we done with the poop and the baby fingers?
I guess
and
we're done with
the dog breeding? Because Wow,
this went off the rails. I have no idea how to get this podcast back. I think I'm done with you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, gosh, I'm so proud of my segment. That was
Thanks
that
to
was
what you
great.
brought to the podcast. Thank you. Because I'm going to guarantee no guest would bring up all of that. I'm glad you scolded me to class up the podcast and then talked about two women.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
I'm thinking of a
Don't
word.
say it.
It's gotta
No,
be
you're not.
something.
No.
Starts with a J.
No.
Hey, Mr. J.
Are you done?
Yeah. I was gonna try and find a Billy Squier song on my phone. Stroke.
Stop it.
Stop it.
I was thinking Billy Joel, and there was just no song that was gonna fit.
No. Maybe that's how they got the dog in the mood. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Was one singing at the time and the other one was leaping over the bed?
There's a dog named Piano Man. Maybe there's something to that.
Sing us a song tonight. Because we're all in the mood to get drunk and hit a house like Billy Joel did. So, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry I'm bringing down Billy Joel on the podcast. Yeah, this is the one that does it.
You just hit a whole new low.
He's not even in my demographic. So yes, thank you.
You're
Selfie
welcome.
Mom.
You're welcome anytime you need that kind of
Good
input.
freaking gosh. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm gonna play anything else now. I'm gonna come back with my segment. Yes, get out of here. Get out of the studio. I'm a professional, and you've just ruined this podcast. You ruined it. Ruined my podcast. I'm a celebrity. You've just dragged me down. You did everything but yell, "Cash me outside, cash me outside." All right, I'm going to be right back with an interview with Mike Seibert from KGRG.com right after this message.
Hello, my gentle snowflakes. This is Deese. You know me as host of The Social Hour, but now you can find me every Tuesday hosting the brand new Drink and Debate podcast. The Drink and Debate is an improv comedy competition in which 4 teams of comedians from all over the Pacific Northwest face off for beer, glory, and the title of Master Debaters. Wait, what? For beer, glory as they master debating. Shit. Master to debater. It still sounds like I'm saying master. Master to... Son of a... Screw it, we're doing it live! As comedians debate some things. So join us on the Drink and Debate podcast. Every Tuesday, you can find us on socialhourpod.com or on iTunes. And find the Drink and Debate live shows every month at the Spokane Comedy Club, hosted by myself and comedian Nick Cavassier. Go to SpokaneComedyClub.com for all the details. We'll see you there.
Hey, I'm that Andrew guy you were told about. Pants Bending Studios? Geek of all trades? Wait, no one told you to expect me? I told them to tell you I was coming. No, well, let's get down to business. I came to present to you the best geek interview show ever! The Dracarium's Geek of All Trades podcast sits down with various geeks around the world, exposing their dark secrets and rummaging through their drawers. Oh, wait, I wasn't supposed to tell you that part. Anyway, it's a fun show where I sit down with a geek, whether they realize they're a geek or not, and ask them all kinds of questions. No matter how hard we try, we can't seem to stop being funny. So come over, give us a listen. Find us at celebrategeek.com/GOAT. Yes, GOAT. It's an acronym, get it? Hey, wait, why are you turning the music up? I wasn't finished. No!
Hi, I'm Ash.
Hi, I'm Steven.
I write fan fiction.
I'm a podcaster and a comedian, and neither of us
Have seen a lot of movies, so we decided to get caught up.
on our catalog of movies. And while talking about it,
I decided that we should podcast all of it.
and now 2 years later, we're still at it.
And we're kind of a little bit more professional than ever. He wants to touch the
Tiny.
Bryan Cranston, the one that
That
knocks,
is-
and the one that sends the Power Rangers have to go
I don't
touch things.
know how to. He wants to get vertical on the Limbo Shack.
What the
She is your soulmate because the Lord has told me.
What? What? He wants to jump through that tent and into the canyon and fly away while holding a ketchup bottle. I don't know how it works.
He wants to Left Eye Lopez her Destiny's Child.
So join us every Monday on iTunes, Stitcher,
Or here on the Pants Pending Studios podcast network.
which you can find at pantspending.com.
.com.
All right, welcome back to the show. I'm on a podcast here trying to talk. My living room studio. That's how rich I am. All right, here's my interview with Mike from KGRG.com. Now, remember, a lot of these interviews that I did were with a phone, so the audio quality is not going to be perfect, but then again, neither is this podcast. So here is Mike.
Tell these people who you are.
My name is Mike Seibert. I host a college radio show called The Monday Project, which you can catch every week from 7 to 10 p.m. on 89.9 KGRG FM, broadcasting out of Green River College in Auburn. Now, if you can't hear us because we have we're a low power station, you can't really get us where you're at, but thanks to the internet, you can't escape us. You can go to kgrg.com, click on our show page there. We're also, that's where we're streaming. We're also on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, and on the KGRG FM app, free for Apple and Android devices. So I'm on from 7 to 10 p.m. Pacific time. And
Now, why would I listen to you? What do you got going on?
well, because I'm funny.
Okay. That's all I need.
Actually,
And we're
what
done.
it is, so I call my show The Monday Project because basically it's constantly under construction. We're doing different stuff every week.
Much
and
like Seattle's roads.
Oh yeah, constantly. I mean, I got potholes
I love the irony.
and there's no toll lanes though. No,
Oh, okay.
that's ST3 does not affect my show, fortunately, yet. Wow, that got real political there for a
Just
hot
little
second.
bit. You sure you want to talk about religion or abortion?
Yeah, no,
Or-
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good there.
Okay.
But no, what we do is we play a mix of our usual format, which is Today's Rock. And what's Today's Rock, you might ask? It's whatever the kids are listening to today. So it's a lot of Warped Tour bands. It's what you would hear at Hot Topic. You know, like we play Yellow Card, Sleeping with Sirens, August
I
Burns
listen
Red.
to all those when my daughter takes me into Hot Topic. So,
Exactly. So it's, if any of my friends are listening, they're probably going to start cringing because they're like, stop talking about it being for the Hot Topic set. But it totally is. And that's okay because it's cool.
all right.
But basically, we play Today's Rock, but then we also play a variety of music for, like for example, I play a band out of Charleston, South Carolina called Mary Tree. They call themselves grunge metal. And what it is it sounds like, it's so cool because like their latest album just came out and they send it to me on cassette.
Awesome.
And my car, which is a 2005 Toyota Camry, has a tape deck in it. It's very convenient. So I'm listening to it's new music that sounds like old music on old technology. So it's awesome, but it's really cool. It has like that early Soundgarden sound to it, some Pearl Jam in there. They say that it kind of blends the power and the pretty. You know, it's very smooth melodic harmonies, but with some really forward guitars also. I'm describing it like a wine tasting or something over here, but no. We also feature a lot of nerd music. You know, like Nerd Rockers Kirby Crackle from right here in Seattle. I play a lot of nerdcore like MC Lars, MC Chris, Mega Ran. Schaefer the Dark Lord, whoever else you could think of on the nerd music.
Your finger on the pulse, baby. I'm telling you.
I try. And a lot of it is just from word of mouth and putting it out there. It's like, hey, I am a huge fan of MC Lars. Do you want to be on my show? That kind of thing. Like I connected with a guy out of Caldwell, Idaho. I saw him at a festival, and he was just doing. He calls his music hip hop punk rock, and it's kind of like it's Rage Against the Machine with more rap influence in it. It's very aggressive, in-your-face hip-hop, but it still kind of has that he's got drums and rhythm guitar and all that. It's really, really good. So that's what we do musically. It's a combination of everything we do normally on KGRG FM, plus the stuff that I bring in through just basically interacting. Like, I'll get an emails or a tweet or an Instagram post. It's like, hey, check out my stuff. I'm like, I'll check out your stuff.
I can do that. And that's easy. I love when people go, hey, can you do this for me? You bet. That's way easier than me looking.
Exactly. Because like we, my show is very unique in that we have specialty music shows where basically they go out and curate their own playlists and they go out and find music. I don't do any of that. I'm old and lazy. But what I do like is when people come out to me and say, check out my stuff. And, quite honestly, I very rarely, unless the only time I've told somebody that I won't play them is because there was so much swearing in the music that it just took so long for me to edit it.
I know.
But so I don't even necessarily, because I tell my friends that I have the musical fluency of a partially thawed fish stick. I know what I like, but I don't necessarily know what other people like. So what I do is I just throw it out there and I kind of let you decide as you listen.
Like this.
Exactly. If you want to hear more, let me know. And so I've interviewed these bands, I've played their music, and really that's kind of what KGRG is all about. Finding those new sounds, those new bands, promoting them heavily, playing them heavily. Like we were one of the first radio stations to play Nirvana. Nirvana actually played a show at Green River College on our stage on May 26, 1989. It was one of their first shows. $5. $5 to see Kurt Cobain and Nirvana.
Brand new Kurt Cobain.
Yeah. We have a nice frame picture of it in our studio.
Cool.
I'll have to send that out later. But it's so we've always done that. Like MXPX, My Chemical Romance. All those bands we played on KGRG FM before everybody got them. Like most recently, two things I could think of off the top of my head. One was the Front Bottoms. They're huge on the End. We played them months before. Same thing with Bring Me the Horizon. They're huge on KSW, the rock station. We found them back in the summer. Nice. So it wasn't until I was listening to the corporate stations and having that, it's like, wait a minute, I know that song. Oh my God, I've played that music. That's great. So musically what we do, but also we're, since obviously, I see the counter there, that's funny, but very obviously I could just talk all ding dong day. So I've taken, what I've done though is I've taken, we're a music forward station and I made a talk show out of it at night.
Sweet.
Yeah, so basically, and it's not because I have this depth and breadth of topics, it's just that I can't shut up.
No,
so it's
we are attention hogs.
Yes.
And we like to talk. That is
exactly.
Why.
And
we think other people should hear us talk.
Mm-hmm.
That is why we do this.
Absolutely.
There was one other reason why I wanted to talk to you.
Yeah, yes, definitely.
Because you dressed up as someone on a Halloween thing.
I did. Cool. I dressed up as Wild Dog. Yes. It's him. He's here. I fell in love with this character back in 1987. I grabbed Wild Dog #1 off of the comics rack right next to the copy of Suicide Squad #1. I bought them at the same time. I remember that very distinctly. And there was just something about the character's look, you know, and because it's everything. I mean, this.
Well, but that was the thing, was the guy said anybody could be Wild Dog.
Yes.
That's why he got the shirt and the hockey mask. Anybody could buy these things.
Yep.
And be a vigilante.
And that's what I love about it. It's like, you know, the character traits are so delightfully absurd.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, between like the camouflage pants and
a
then
bright white hockey mask.
The Jason Voorhees style hockey mask. It's like, so where I introduced this character on the radio was we played a game called Is It Real or Is It Fake? And basically what I did is, like, I came up with, in this particular playing of the game, they were all real. I put in heroes like, I put in Rainbow Raider, Swarm, from Spider-Man. He's the dude made of bees with a purple cape, and Wild Dog. And so basically my co-host had to deliberate on whether they thought it was real.
None of those sound real. If you told someone,
yeah,
he's covered in bees.
He's made of bees. But so we got to Wild Dog. We did Wild Dog last. Now this segment usually goes about 13 to 15 minutes tops. We were talking on the radio without any breaks or playing songs for 38 minutes because we were having so much fun. And I just kept describing this character. I'm like, well, you know, he's a former college athlete and he's a former Marine.
Keep going.
Okay, cool.
All right, we're still good. All right,
cool.
I gotta wrap it up. My battery's dying.
Oh, very good. Okay, so anyway, so it was a really fun character, and he's become the unofficial mascot of our show ever since.
Right.
And yeah, he's great.
All right. So you know where to catch him. Rewind this all the way to the front, and I'll tell you everything. And,
there you go.
Thanks a lot, man.
Hey, thanks a lot for having me. I appreciate it.
So yes, that was my interview with Mike Seibert. I'm so glad I got that name wrong a few times. And here is my interview with Jason Halverson. Now, I met Jason about 5 or 6 years ago. I was in Seattle. I was dressed as Captain America. I had the worst helmet, by the way. And, I mean, Captain America helmet. Not, keep this classy. So I was walking by, and him and a bunch of other people were all dressed up as superheroes, and they were doing this giant photo shoot. And I thought, oh man, that's so cool. I'd love to be a part of one of those. And as I'm walking by, Jason, who's dressed as Iron Man, who does a great Tony Stark, he goes, hey, why don't you come over here and get in the photo? So I did. Started talking to him a little bit. He's like, yeah, we got a charity booth downstairs. We're trying to raise some money, so if you get a chance, come on down. So I did. I ended up helping him. And so every year I go over to Emerald City Comic Con. I help them with their charity booth and whatever I can do. I think I did like 4 hours this weekend because I was working for Bleeding Cool and couldn't do a whole lot. But I always have fun. They're always super nice. And this year they ended up raising $7,000 for a place called Camp Good Times, which it takes, kids that usually can't go to a camp or something like that, and gives them a place to go, and it's a whole lot of fun, and it's volunteers. So they had an auction with these little like generic pops that you couldn't get anywhere else, and raised a lot of money. It was very cool, and Jason's a totally nice guy, so I did an interview with him.
This is Burr Martin for BleedingCool.com, and I'm with Jason Halverson.
Jason Halverson.
And you kind of control. You're one of the heads of comic.
I'm a co-founder and director of Costume Characters for Causes. Yes.
All right. And this is, how many years have you been here?
We started officially as a nonprofit business in 2012. So this makes officially 5 years. But we were doing it for about 2 years before that, where we were just a group of 3 people at the conventions, and we put out like a empty bucket, the cheese poof bucket you get from like Costco, yeah, and people go by and we like yell at them like, we're Costume Characters for Causes.
Give us money.
Yeah, we're donating. And it evolved into the table and now into the photo booth, and now we're having all kinds of fun with it. It's great.
And now you guys help out the local children's hospital.
Well, we've done that in the past, but we kind of in a sort of an objective review of our impact capabilities. Donating $1,200 to Seattle Children's didn't have as much of an impact as it did $1,200 to the Camp Good Times.
Got it.
So while we love the Seattle Children's Hospital and do anything we can for them, we're such a small group that when we raise $1,000, that goes directly to the camp. That's one child for an entire week. Takes care of them, or can take care of a number of meals for children. So the impact is much, much greater, and that's one of our primary goals is awareness and impact.
Okay. Yeah. And then you guys have heroes all through the weekend. Come in, a little donation, get a photo with them. You don't have to chase down cosplayers; they're all right here.
Yeah, they're all right here, and we kind of use the model that the 501st has done, where you come in, you get your photo. They're free, but we accept donations, and then right now you can just download them off of our website. So you go out there and get them. Come in and have a picture taken with a superhero and help a great cause. Oh, and we've got this Funko thing going on. Have you heard about this?
Your Funko charity.
Yeah, one of our members is a Funko designer, and he's got several of his own personal collection of prototypes. Very, very rare. Sometimes there's only 3 to 10 of those ever made. And we've got a silent auction going on right now for 3 of them. And then we're going to have a live auction Sunday here with an auctioneer and everything. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be fun. That's at 12. The silent auction actually wraps up at 12. The live auction should be starting right around 12:30.
All right. So pay attention.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, sir.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you.
So yes, that was Jason Halverson, and they did raise $7,000 for Camp Good Times. So congratulations to him. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and say those guys are my hero of the week. The whole group. Everybody was there. They had a good time, and they were for a good cause, and they volunteered their time and helped a bunch of kids. So anyway, I would also, while I'm saying this, I also want to give a shout out to a girl named Janessa, who, while I was walking down one of the corridors of EmeraldCon and just looking around, and of course, I'm an attention, we'll say hog, because there's kids in the room, had my face on the shirt that I was wearing. And it had Cassie's shirt in it, but it was all the selfies and everything. So she stops me and she goes, "Are you the dad?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm that guy." And she was so excited and took a selfie with me and everything. And it just kind of made my con. It was really funny meeting someone who recognized me only because of my stupid attention hogging shirt. And so, all right, I've got one more interview with someone from the 501st who explains to you what you missed during EmeraldCon, because they had a fabulous it was like a whole room, and they had different little sections and scenes that you could get. They had the gaming table on the Millennium Falcon. They had a speeder bike you could sit on. They had Ewoks you could stand behind. They had an X-Wing that you'd put on this orange suit and a helmet and take your photos. You look, you're in an X-Wing. You could shoot at stormtroopers with a Nerf gun. The whole experience was awesome.
We're Martin here with Kayla from bleedingcool.com. And tell me a little bit about the Star Wars experience, 501st experience.
Yeah, of course. So we're the 501st. We have the Rebel Legion here and the Seibert Guild as well. And we are putting on the ultimate Star Wars experience this year here at ECCC. So we are a all-volunteer group. All of our costumes, all of our props you see here are all made by us. It's a lot of hours and a lot of dedication we've put into it. They're pretty fantastic. We have some movie sets. We have the Falcon bench, we have an Endor speeder bike, we have an X-Wing cockpit, all very cool stuff.
And this is bigger than last year.
It is bigger than last year. Yeah, last year we were in the basement. This year we have moved up by floor. We've really opened it up. We have about 50 extra feet of room. It is pretty awesome. And
how many little displays are there over there?
Oh gosh, that's a really good question.
You've got a bike, you've got Ewoks, you've got
we have Han Solo and Carbonite as well. We have Blaster Trooper. You can shoot some stormtroopers with some Nerf guns.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Absolutely. And all proceeds are going to the Seattle Children's Hospital.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah.
So good on them for helping the Seattle Children's Hospital. Now, enough of those interviews. I will be right back with the family right after these messages.
You've heard the never-ending random discussion. Two guys with their guests talking and making jokes.
Your weekly roundtable discussion held at a rectangular table. We are your hosts, Andrew and...
Steven. And that's all there is, right?
Ooh, it's a lady.
No, because you can't forget about their monthly visitor.
And I yell, "Oh my God, there's a spider, help me." And she goes, "Nope," and walks right back home. Oh my God. Like, don't leave me.
It's ladies' night. hosted by Amanda King, Marjorie Loosemore, and Katrina Honeycutt.
Hello, I am a single woman looking for other single male.
Is that in your Tinder?
Yes, I actually have a little sound bite of me. Hello.
You guys are just like, that's hot. I got to swipe.
Swiping right. I think it's swipe right. I don't even know.
My best friend is bisexual, so we'll go get titty.
I didn't know I was your best friend. Oh, you're not talking to me.
You too. Okay, so my two best friends are bisexual.
So keep your ears open for these witty women. This is no daytime talk show.
Sometimes I want to sound classy and sophisticated, and then I realize I don't.
This is the worst platform for that.
Have like 20 different chew toys, and all he wants is a washcloth.
I don't think you're supposed to call them chew toys when it's children, Katrina.
Why would you call them? That's what they're there for.
She deals with dogs all day.
Hey, you know what? When Maddie was teething, she got a Nylabone, okay?
It's ladies' night. Every month on the never-ending random discussion. Feminine farce at its finest.
We're reliable with the ladies.
Only from the Pants Pending Studios Podcast Network.
Hey everybody, this is Burr Martin interrupting his own podcast to tell you about another podcast that he does. I'm That Narcissistic. Smart Investing is a show that I did with investment advisor Michael J. Wren for over 12 years. So we stopped doing radio and now we're doing the podcast because it's way easier. You don't have to listen to commercials. You don't have to get up at 8 a.m. to listen to it. You can just download it any old time you want to listen. Now, if you're a serious investor, I urge you to listen to Smart Investing because this show is somewhat like this show, in which it's my dumb personality and Mike's smart personality, and together we make an investing show that you can actually listen to and not fall asleep to. So go ahead and go to smartinvestingshow.com. You can learn more about Mike, you can learn more about me, and you can also download the podcast on Spreaker.com. You can also find it on iTunes, Stitcher, or anywhere good podcasts are sold. No, this one's free. You don't have to invest in the podcast. Just invest with Mike is what I'm trying to tell you to do. So go ahead and listen to Smart Investing, the podcast. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are in for a rare treat. We have, and don't be insulted by this, I'm going to call you the quietest member of the Selfie Martin family. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Selfie Son, Austin Martin. Let's give him a big hand. All right, now you know how a microphone works. You just talk into it. All right. You scared? Don't be scared. I'm a professional. We'll get through this together. All right. So the other day, you started talking to me in weird phrases, and I had no idea what you were saying. So I needed you to come on. I need you to give the show a hip factor. Kind of. This is what the kids are talking about now. So,
all of them.
All of the kids. All of them. All right. So you give me a phrase and let me see if I can guess what it is.
All right. This gig gonna slash me hips.
Okay, talking to the microphone. Remember how
this gig gonna slash me hips.
This gig gonna slash me hips. This is a really cool thing. No, not even close. Okay, don't shake your head. It's an audio podcast. This gig is gonna really what?
Slash me hips.
This gig is gonna really slash me hips. Now, am I saying slash me hips like, oh, governor, it's gonna slash me hips? Or it's gonna just slash me hips?
Like,
HIPS.
Like it's a lot of work. Your hips, like.
Okay, so is that it? This is a lot of work?
No.
Okay, what is it?
It means this job is killing me.
Well, that's kind of what I meant. Okay. So this job is really hard.
This gig gonna slash me hips.
This gig gonna slash me hips. Okay, give me another one.
All right. That's a gold hat, cool cat.
That's a gold hat, cool cat. I have a cool hat. I have a cool lid. No. I'm really smart. My haircut is cool.
No.
Wow. Okay. That's all the things I could talk about ahead. Okay.
It means that's a good idea.
That's a good idea. And what was it again?
That's a gold hat, cool cat.
So if I have a good idea, instead of saying, hey, that's a good idea, which is shorter and to the point, I say, that's a gold hat, cool cat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where are you getting these?
Just this post, like,
Okay.
Teens are really like ascended above, lit and stuff like that. They've gone to these phrases. All of them.
All of them.
Every single one.
All of the kids are saying this, so parents pay attention. All right, give me another one.
I put a boogie dollar down.
Now you told me this one, and I think I've forgotten it. I put a boogie dollar down. You told me this one. I put a boogie dollar down. I'm disappointed. No. I put a boogie dollar down.
Do you want me to use like an example of conversation?
Sure, let's do that.
So if someone said, "Did you close the door?" You'd say, "I put a boogie dollar down."
I did that.
Close.
No. Okay, what is it?
I think so.
I think so. So, did you remember to change the bedpan underneath Grandma? I put a boogie dollar down. Okay. All right, give me another one. Don't use it as a phrase. Just give me it first.
Mama's got the nasty jam.
All right, one more time into the mic.
Mama's got the nasty jam.
Well, I know what that means. And I don't think we should be talking about this with your mother in the room.
Right?
What? What just happened? Did I have a stroke?
You're gonna pretty soon.
You gonna give me a stroke? You're done with your segment. Dirty girl. All right, what was it again? Your mama?
Mama's got the nasty jam.
Okay, your mom made you a nasty lunch.
Doesn't have to do with an actual mother.
Okay. Okay.
Like you're referring to yourself.
All right, I'm gonna say use it in a sentence.
All right. Like if you came to my room and said, "Austin, ready for school?" I'd say in this voice, "Mama's got the nasty jam."
You're sick.
Yes.
Okay. Woo. So your mama. I wish I had a bell.
Yeah, you're talking about yourself.
I have. Your mama's got a nasty. Okay. All right. Next one.
Yank train.
Yank train. Well, I think that was earlier. We were talking about these two girls were in a room with a dog, and they were trying to.
Okay.
No. Is that what?
Okay.
Sorry. What was your question? I forgot.
Family friendly.
Family friendly, sort of. Hey, they said the F-bomb in Kong, and that was PG-13, so as long as I stay away from one F-bomb and showing my breasts, I'm still within PG-13 limits. All right, yank train would be a whole bunch of people are lying to you. Okay.
It's a one-word answer.
Yes.
Yes.
So instead of saying yes,
you say yank train.
Hey, did you take the garbage out?
Yank train.
Yank train. Okay. I think you're making these up, but all right, let's go. Let's keep going.
Oak nuggins.
Oak nuggins. Well, I believe that's what was on the dog when they were trying. Stop bringing that up. Oak nuggins. Okay, use it in a sentence.
If you told me to do something like go put your backpack downstairs, I'd be like oak nuggins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oak nuggins. Okay. Nuggins doesn't even start with K. Like, I would say if it started with a K, like oak knuckles, that would be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oak nuggins. What's another one?
Nuns on Ripple.
Nuns on Ripple. Now, that was a song by Sammy Davis Jr. back in 1973. He originally recorded it on Sanford & Son, and it topped the charts at number 3. Nuns on Ripple. I'm not going to church. I'm too drunk.
No.
Okay.
It's another short one.
This would be no.
Yep.
Nuns on. See, I nuns on, and then you ruin it with Ripple. Did you take the garbage out? Nor. Doesn't make no sense. Okay. All right.
There's only 2 more, and you already know them. There's a Dibby.
Yes, but we both know I have no memory. I don't listen, and I have no memory.
This one you'll get. Do you slap the dimpled balls?
Did you slap the dimpled balls? Now, this one I do remember because it sounded gross, and it wasn't. And I'm still going to bring it up in a conversation at work. Do you play golf?
Yep.
Do you slap the dimpled balls is golf. Okay.
And then The last and best one is dip me in your Monday milk.
Dip me in your Monday milk. That you said Monday milk. You didn't say hotel baggie. All right. This was put me on your schedule.
Close.
We're gonna make an appointment.
Very close. Like.
Okay. Use it in a sentence.
Like someone.
All right. Don't bite your lip and talk into the mic. It's not sexy.
It's not really something you can put into a sentence. It's just someone's talking to you and you're like, "Hey, let me dip you into my Monday milk."
I just say that just for lack of like when a conversation gets to a lull, and I'll just, "Hey, dip me in your Monday milk." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go out and slap some dimpled balls. None's on Ripple. What was the yes?
Yes is Yank Train.
Yank Train. Okay. You want to go slap the dimpled ball? Yank Train. What about you, Steve? None's on Ripple. Dip me in your Monday milk. Catch you later,
Oak
homies.
Nuggets.
Oak Nuggets. Okay.
Yeah, it just means let's grab lunch on Monday.
Okay. So difficult. This is why parents leave. Because you children are just hard to understand. I mean, I haven't gone and left to my other family, but I'm thinking about it after all that. If you use any of these phrases, I may go live with my other family. I hope that's okay. I hope that's Oak Nuggets.
It is.
Okay. There's no it is?
I don't know. It's only got a 9 here.
Okay. Well, dip me in your Monday milk. Thank you.
At least I'm not saying anything like lit.
You are lit and fat and
Thanks.
and that's all I got. PHAT. All right. Well, thank you, Selfie Son, for stopping by. And that was Austin Martin, ladies and gentlemen. The youngest Selfie daughter is in the house. And did you listen to the previous thing about Austin's cool words?
I heard the put a boogie dollar down or something.
Dip me in your Monday milk. We're gonna have lunch on Monday.
Gold hat and cool cat or something.
Gold hat, cool cat. That's a gold hat, cool cat. You got a good idea.
Oh yeah, I was like listening in my room every now and then.
So I brought you onto the show because you were the only family member that wasn't on the show, and I thought that would be really bad parenting. So I'm gonna have you on. So what do you want to talk about?
I don't know. That's the thing.
Okay, then we're done. Thank you for being on the show. Appreciate it. You didn't want to go see Kong today.
Yeah.
That confuses me because if someone said, "Hey, do you want to see a movie about a sparkly vampire who talks to a girl with no emotions?" I'd still go as long as they're paying.
Twilight?
I'd still go see a movie if someone else is paying. You're getting out of the house. You're doing something. Is it a giant monkey? How could you not?
I kind of wanted to see it, but then like Kennedy's mom was gonna pick her up in an hour, but then it ended up being like 3 hours later, so I'd kind of just leave her at the house, and we didn't know when her mom was gonna pick her up.
she was gonna come early. Okay, so you stayed to help a friend.
Yes, we actually had a lot of fun.
All right, so I guess I owe you for that then. All right. That's a good. So what was the last movie that you saw? I know you watched the crap out of Moana.
I watched it like 8 times in 3 days.
You watched it like FBI try and interrogate prisoners. That's how many times you watched it over and over. I believe I even came up one night at 2:00 in the morning to turn the television off and it was still on. Are there what else have you watched? You've had to have watched another movie since Moana.
Zootopia. I know like every single word of that, just like Lion King. Happy
Then
Feet
you
2.
get mad at me when I mouth the words to Star Wars.
Okay, it's fair.
Okay, so when you sit on the couch and you mouth the words to your movie, you can't get mad at me for going, General Veers, it comes, stop it. Inform the troops Lord Vader has arrived, and then you get all mad.
Well, now I can annoy you with every line of Lion King.
Yeah.
I could say the whole movie.
Well. Did you do all your homework tonight?
I don't know. Actually, I don't have homework.
Okay. Enjoy your homework, but you can mouth all the words to Lion King.
Yep, I got a lot of free time.
All right, so I got a few people. All right, one. I guess probably two that said your demon game thing was a bit disturbing to some.
I have a lot of disturbing
But we made fun of them. It's not like we took it seriously.
Made fun of them.
Well, yeah. But it's not like you're doing any of them.
No, I wouldn't do anything because I don't want to get possessed.
Yeah, okay. Let's say that.
If there wasn't any possession, then probably. But
well, possession is 9/10 of the law. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. Is the podcast boring you?
No, I'm tired.
Oh, okay. We lose an hour tonight, by the way.
Oh, what?
Yeah, we got to skip an hour. Between 2 and 3 o'clock, the clocks are going to turn. At 2 o'clock a.m., most of the clocks will automatically go to 3 o'clock. We skip an hour. But I want you to stay awake in that hour to see what happens. I bet the coolest stuff happens between that millisecond of time when it changes.
Doesn't.
Oh no, there are rainbows and unicorns and monsters come out. Isn't it an amazing hour? Sounds like Ireland.
I want to go to Ireland. You know, like unicorns and leprechauns and rainbows.
Did you know there was unicorns? They were coming over on they were coming over on Noah's Ark, and most of their food was washed overboard, and they had nothing else to eat, and they thought, well, who's going to miss a couple of unicorns? So, yeah, unfortunately, that's where the unicorns went.
No, they missed it. They
It was unicorn hot dogs.
Oh!
That's where the unicorns went. You can thank Noah for that. Don't look at me. That's not my fault.
Oh, that's sad. Oh, my unicorns.
All right, now that I've depressed you, have we talked enough?
Oh, no.
All right, I'm going to let you go then. If there's anything else you need to discuss, let's get it out in the open. Let's do it right now on this podcast. And, Dad, I've always wanted to say... What?
I don't know.
Okay.
Lately I've been into this game. Well, I'm not playing it because it's like $20. But
Oh, please don't tell me it's demonic.
No.
Okay.
Well, no, I don't think.
Oh, good.
No.
I'm glad you took a second.
No. It's like this game called Night in the Woods. It came out like in February, and I'm watching like Jacksepticeye play it, and it's about this cat.
I'm not supporting this Jeff guy. He's not a sponsor of the show.
It's Jack.
Let's not be dropping names.
It's Jack, not Jeff.
Okay. Jack, Jeff,
And-
Jill.
But it's about like a game. It's about like a college dropout, but he's a cat named or she's a cat named Mae Borowski.
So a cat went to a university school.
Yeah, and then she dropped out.
Oh, okay. Well, of course, because that's what you do in cat school.
Yeah.
You disappoint your cat parents.
And then she has a friend named Greg, which is a really hyper dog. And
oh, wow. I wish I could see one of those. A hyperactive dog. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
And then
hold that freaking dog. I'm trying to do a podcast.
So there's a bear named Angus, and Greg.
Is it Angus or is it Angus?
I don't know.
Is the bear named Angus?
No.
Huh?
Greg and Angus are a couple. They're gay. And then there's a crocodile named Bee, and she's like an emo smoker. And it's like a really cool game.
So she actually smokes in the game.
Yeah, she always has like a little cigarette.
That's supposed to be rated R now.
No, it's like I think it's like PG-13 or something. I don't know.
If you smoke, I thought that was the rule that they were changing them to R. That's why nobody can smoke anymore.
But it's a really cartoonish game.
And what is it called?
Night in the Woods.
Night in the Woods. Okay.
You're only in the woods like once, and then, but in your dreams you're, in the night or in the woods.
I believe it might have been Tiffany that said, quote, only in my dreams. Might have been Debbie Gibson. So, this game, is it single player or multiplayer?
Single player.
Single. Okay.
Yeah. It's
So you're
kinda like
singly in the woods for a night at Cat University, where you
Well-
drop out with your bear friend Angus. Okay. Makes perfect sense.
Yeah. It's a really cool game. And it's like, I don't know how to describe it, but I've been drawing a lot of fan art.
You're into the mic, honey.
I've been drawing a lot of
Okay, it doesn't count if you whisper into the microphone.
I've been
You're killing
drawing
me,
a
Smalls.
lot of fan art.
Fan art on your Instagram.
No, on like my sketchbook or something, and then I'll post it on Instagram or Snapchat.
Okay, so what is your Instagram name this week? Because you've changed your Instagram name more times than
More implants.
More times than
more Kim Kardashian butt implants.
Wow. I was gonna say like Taylor Swift boyfriend, but okay.
Well, I was actually thinking about changing it again.
You know you need a brand,
Well,
right? Like, you have to stay with a brand.
I know, I've been trying.
Or no one can find you.
Well, it was gonna be Wild Free Martin, but then one of my friends made fun of it and called me Morgan Freeman, so I had to change it.
That is awesome.
No, it's not.
Like the best actor. No. If somebody came up to me and said, "Hey, Morgan Freeman," and you are right, sir.
No.
I am Morgan Freeman.
Stop.
I was once in prison.
I'm already bored of you.
Okay. I guess we're done then. Well, thank you for stopping by.
You made me come here.
I did. I didn't want you to be left out because I care as a parent. I care enough when other people are listening or watching. So I think I've done my job. All right. So thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. Anything else you want to say? One last chance.
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, it was fun having you. And we'll be right back. No, we won't. I'm just going to go right to Cassie's interview. All right, you're done. Get out of here. Okay. All right. Now, we went to go see Kong, and I got to talk to Selfie Daughter herself, Cassie, which I rarely get to because she lives in another city. So here's like the quickest interview ever with Selfie Daughter herself, Cassie, who... If you look on my Instagram, I think I posted a picture of my crappily drawn shark and her real shark. So if you go to the real Burr Martin on Instagram, you can see my crappy version and her actual tattooed version. But hers costed money that I paid for. All right, here's that interview.
Okay, I gotta have a minute of your time though, because I promised people on my podcast that I would
Oh
talk
my
to
gosh,
you.
it's people.
Just
It's
a minute.
people.
Okay, so it's pouring rain, it's cold, so this will be quick.
Okay.
So, how have you been?
Good.
Has there been anything weird that's happened last couple months? Not personally, just weirdos? Anything? Nothing?
Not really. I've been deleting a lot of requests in my like Instagram inbox because it's all like, hey, hello, and like a couple of people.
Right? Why do you email me just a ... or a hi? Tell me something. Don't waste my time.
No.
I'm kind of busy.
There was like one time I put on my Snapchat, I was like, can anybody like spare me like $20? And I had somebody message me like on Instagram or something, and they're like, I'll give you $500 for a nude, and I'm like,
oh,
no, I'm okay.
Did you save the name? Send it to me.
I think I still have the name.
Yeah, you do.
I do still have the name.
I'll send them one of the half nudes I get from gay dudes.
Okay.
So, okay, cool. Nothing else weird? You doing all right?
Yeah, it's died down so much that nobody really
I know.
talks to me anymore.
See, did you miss the whole thing on Teen Vogue where they ripped me apart?
Oh yeah, I saw that. I tried
I got mad at
commenting.
first, and then I was like, whatever.
I tried commenting, and then she blocked me, so I couldn't fight with her back. So she just
Oh,
made
yeah.
it look like she won.
Yeah. So yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a feminazi and sticking up for the wrong thing.
It was weird that I was getting ripped on though. It felt
Yeah.
weird. It felt good though after time because I didn't care too much.
It's Teen Vogue.
Teen Vogue. Are you gonna fly me to LA? No? Okay, then you're kind of useless to me.
Yeah.
All right. It's freezing cold.
That's pretty cool.
I'll let you guys go. We got you gifts.
Yeah, I just want to grab a... Oh, yeah, they got you a gift from Seattle.
Oh, really? Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
All right. Tell everybody bye.
Okay, bye.
All right.
Thanks for the King Kong movie.
All right, that was my quick interview with Cassie. She's doing well, and yeah, that was about it. You know what I've forgotten, though? My Nearly News. Jenny. Yeah, come on over here and listen to some Nearly News. You're just on Facebook, and you're not going to change anybody's mind on Facebook. You're not going to change anybody's mind on Facebook. Over here. I'll pop that on, and...
Gotta have the proper equipment here. Come on.
Giving
I'm a
you some
professional.
headphones.
Jeez.
Well, you're the wife of a professional.
Professional enough.
Okay. That was a horrible demonstration of how far I can bend over in a chair.
That was elegant.
Oh, God.
I
need like
graceful.
I need a stick to pick stuff up now. I did drop a quarter last week and really thought, do I want to turn around?
Do you need another old man stick like you used to have with
Another
little
old man
pinchers on the end?
Oh, God, I love my old man stick.
I'm going to get you one.
So great. Also, I should mention really quick, I had this in my notes and I did not. I got to sit in on a Make-A-Wish thing for Noah Ingram. He was a kid, he was diagnosed with a brain tumor, and for 4 years he wrote this story about what if Time Wreckers is the name of the book that he wrote. And it was about some guys who went through time and they screwed things up, and there's a lot of name dropping, Arnold Schwarzenegger and all this, but he had the guy who does a comic called Axe Cop, and I think I told you about Axe Cop. That was the guy's kid would tell him stories, and he put it to an art form and made a comic out of it. Basically, he made a comic out of his kid's stories.
Okay.
So he helped this kid with Time Wreckers. So if it's you can find out there, they only printed 300. 150 of them went to a lot of people at Make-A-Wish and everything. But if you can find it, it's a really great book, and you're helping out a pretty cool kid who had this Make-A-Wish thing, and I got to sit down on that, and that was very cool. All right. So, what else do I have in my notes here? All right, let's get to some Nearly News, and... There.
What was that?
I had to put a place marker for my Nearly News opening because I've unplugged my phone, and so I don't have the intro music.
Okay.
Yes, this is a professional podcast.
Okay. Alrighty.
Professional podcast.
That's awesome.
Look good, feel good. Look good, feel good. Okay.
That
You're better
didn't
than
look
this.
good.
You're
It might
better
have
than
felt
this.
good. It didn't look good. I don't know what that was.
You're better than this. You can do this. All right. Remember, there is no Trump in my Nearly News this week.
Oh my gosh.
Very excited.
You gonna be okay?
Woo, it was difficult, to say the least. All right.
Okay.
Raw Story reports that okay, wait, no, this is old.
You're old.
Oh. Holy crap.
That joke does not get old, though.
Thanks for...
I'm going to have fun with that for
Yeah,
years.
Thanks for coming by and classing up the podcast even more. Get your own podcast. USA Today reports in a recent speech, Ben Carson referred to slaves as immigrants, which greatly disturbed Samuel L. Jackson. If you can read his tweet, he uses words that aren't PG-13.
He was cranky.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
He referred to slaves as immigrants, which reminds me of the time that I once referred to Ben Carson as a human being. People reports Bill Cosby, the comedian turned grossest rapist ever, allegedly, it could soon be sent to prison very soon, which will mark the first time that prison stripes will be put on a sweater. In
bright 80s colors.
Be doing a lot of dancing in prison. UPI reports Pope Francis says the church should consider allowing priests to marry. He added, especially since they hired that new church secretary, Margaret, down the hall. Fox News reports New York's oldest female biker club delivers breast milk to babies in need. Since they use the breast pump while riding, the milk is guaranteed always to be shaken, not stirred.
And when you said the oldest biker club, I didn't know if you meant the bikers or the club itself was old. So
a little bit of one hand, a little bit of the other.
You went into the breast milk part, and that just got gruesome.
You know they're old when the breast milk comes out spoiled.
Oh.
Wedding planner reports a panicked bride used hypnosis to get through her wedding. Though the event went off without a hitch, the bride did cluck like a chicken the entire time.
Good gosh.
News.com reports double beds will soon be coming to business class on flights. Yeah, for those people who can't get enough seeing airline passengers with their bare feet and wife beater shirts, here come the pajamas.
Great.
Business Insider reports NASA will soon attempt to create the coldest spot in the universe. One of the leading scientists says he will pretend to miss his wedding anniversary, then temp check his wife.
Oh.
Today reports Starburst will soon release an all-pink pack of the candies.
No way.
Which will immediately be boycotted in Alabama. Because they're pink. They hate different things.
Okay.
Not funny if you gotta explain the joke.
Ka-thump.
That joke landed with a ka-thump. Washington Times reports Sophie Trudeau is under fire for celebrating men on International Women's Day, which basically means like a bunch of women just told a woman what she should do on International Women's Day. Somebody's not getting the memo. Page 6 reports Mark Zuckerberg and Priscilla Chan are expecting their second child.
Aww.
So remember, like for a boy, share for a girl. The Independent reports Disney's live-action Aladdin movie will cast Middle Eastern actors as the leads. They will also be adding 2 songs, The Stoning of the Gay Character and How Dare She Show Her Knees.
Oh.
Going to be authentic with Disney.
Well, yeah.
California Public Radio reports Wendy's will soon replace workers with a self-serve kiosk in some restaurants. But don't worry about the huge change. The machines will still get 1 in 4 orders wrong and secretly whisper to you what's in the chili and not to order it. Every person, I love Wendy's chili. I love it. Every person I've ever known that works at Wendy's, do not order the chili, man.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I like the
There's some
chili.
gruesome stories.
Oh, okay.
The Guardian reports a group in Switzerland is trying to ban PowerPoint. Sweden is so neutral, they don't even allow bullet points. Us Weekly reports H&M will break gender barriers by launching a unisex denim line, or what the rest of us folks just call jeans.
I was going to say.
The Daily Beast reports China has slammed the United States for its terrible human rights problems. They were also curious on why they let 5-year-olds waste time at school when they could be making shoes. Newsweek reports Arnold Schwarzenegger may be eyeing a 2018 Senate bid. Basically what that means is the Truman Show type reality we've been living in is now adding new characters. Look for Melania Trump to soon give birth to a baby in an elevator or a taxi cab. CNN reports the GOP healthcare plan has cleared the first hurdle, but tripped on the second hurdle, now can't figure out how it's covered. Raw Story reports Stephen Hawking, one of the smartest men in the world, says aggression will be the cause of the end of the human race. What does that friggin' jerk know? Yahoo reports Uber self-driving cars are coming back to California roads. Now you'll be able to wait for hours in traffic and have no one to complain to. And just wanted to make sure that was a fresh one. I meant the story, not anything else.
What just happened?
Just a mini stroke.
Okay.
It was all those Jack in the Box tacos I ate. How many did you want? 4. Huffington Post reports a GOP... Hang on. There it goes. Huffington Post reports a GOP congressman has asked why men should have to pay for prenatal care. He went on to say he's never had to worry about a woman's pregnancy since he's been abstinent for 65 years. Leave it to an old white congressman to wonder about women's pregnancy. They should go up to the birthing shed and come down when it's 2 years old.
But come down ever so often to make a sandwich.
You make a sandwich.
Do the dishes.
The marriage shed, that's when a much older man and a crying woman.
That's the coupling shed.
That's the coupling shed. Yahoo reports this actual headline. Okay, so you heard the segment about Austin telling me stuff, and I didn't quite understand what it meant.
Right.
All right. I want you to try and tell me what this headline means because this
boy.
was the actual headline.
Okay.
Nicki Minaj responds to Remy Ma's diss track with 3 new singles. I'll say it again.
One more time.
Nicki Minaj responds to Remy Ma's diss track with 3 new singles.
One more time.
That's the face I had. Nicki Minaj premiered 3 singles with references and responses to the other singer, I use that term in whatever sense because I don't listen to him, Remy Ma's diss. His track was called Shether.
Shether.
So he had a track named Shether that apparently dissed Nicki Minaj.
Okay.
So for his one song, she came out with 3 that dissed him. So Nicki Minaj responds to Remy Mas, the DJ guy, diss track with 3 new singles.
Diss track. Okay.
Diss
okay.
track.
Now I'm getting diss. I thought
It
she
wasn't
was
diss
saying
track.
This track.
Diss track over here.
Diss track.
I know how to talk. I speak it English. Mashable reports that in China, you can now hire someone to convince your mistress to end your affair. While in America, that's done with a wife and a baseball bat.
No.
KTLA reports a surveillance video shows a 4-year-old girl being blown around by heavy winds in Ohio Wednesday. Though she returned safely to her backyard, she did admit to killing a witch's sister and stealing her shoes.
Who was filming this child?
It was
getting
a surveillance
blown
video. It was like stuck in the
I
house.
didn't-
And
I
this little
didn't
girl's
catch
whipping
that.
around on this door, and it's hilarious.
Okay.
Well,
I was
she's
wondering.
safe.
I was wondering who didn't put the camera down and go grab this 4-year-old and just sat there and filmed.
No, she's safe, so you can laugh about it now.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it was.
I'm still not laughing.
If
As
it
a
was-
mother, I'm not laughing.
And as a
4-year-old
father who knows it's not his
around.
kid, it's okay to
Okay.
laugh.
Okay.
It's like did I ever tell you the story? Like, I think I did. You remember the balloon boy that everybody thought he was in this balloon?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So Mike and I from Smart Investing were doing the show, and this was on television, and he starts making fun.
Oh,
and so then I'm like,
no.
well, what if there's an actual kid in the balloon? We probably should cut. So I had to go back and edit everything back out, every reference to Balloon Boy. He wasn't in it, and we can laugh about it now, but during the time, it was not the time to laugh.
That's not funny. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
So anyway, that was it.
Okay.
All right.
On that note.
On that note, here's another little bonus for you listeners. Recently, I returned to stand-up. I went back after like a year. Actually, it was a year to the day from the last gig that I had. So if you're not familiar with open mics, basically you go in early, you sign up, and hopefully you get a spot. There will be enough people, won't be enough people. You go on stage. They generally give you 3 to 5 minutes. So that's why this is actually relatively short. It's not like you're Jerry Seinfeld. You walk in and go, I'm going to take all the time I need. Generally, open micers only get 3 to 5. There is a place in town that gives 10. This one's only a couple of minutes. So here is my return to stand-up. Ladies and gentlemen, it's me recording myself with my phone.
On deck, we have Jared Munson coming to the stage right now. It is Burr Martin.
That was a nice smattering of applause. Thanks for that. Probably raised the bar a little too high. Some of you may or may not recognize me. A little while ago, probably a few months ago, I was viral on the internet for recreating my daughter's racing selfies on her Instagram. Yeah, this is what 16 minutes of fame looks like right here. I know a lot of you are probably looking at me right now. Maybe some of you may want to say some nasty things about me. You are way too late because my face has been on the internet and I've read the comments. If you'd like to tell me my face looks like a Mr. Potato Head that's been on a hot car dashboard for too long, too late. If you'd like to tell me that I have the body of a superhero's best friend, you're too late. If you'd like to tell me that you'd like to sleep with my wife, you'd like to sleep with my daughter, how many times you banged my mom, you're too late. Also, and I'm quoting here, you're too late if you'd like to say that I may be fruity on the download. I realize I'm not fit. I'm not even mentally fit. My dog, who does not speak English, can end up with my whole sandwich. I can walk into a living room with my sandwich. Dog, just look at me.
doesn't speak English, and her name's Chica, and she speaks Spanish. I don't know what she's saying. So, I've been married for 28 years to one woman. 28 years. Yeah, the only people that clap for that are the single people that are still looking, and usually they're women, because they're like, that's good, stay in a relationship, don't come out here and mingle with us. I don't want to tell you no, it makes me sad. I do know that being married for 20 years has taught me one thing, though. If your wife gets up at 3 o'clock in the morning, the first thing you need to do is walk over to her and ask her a very serious question, what did I do this time? I look at my wife, though, and I feel bad because I see her, I look at my beautiful wife, and I think, she probably could have married better. She probably could have married higher. She's good looking, I'm not. But then I came in one day and I saw her crying watching the Kardashian show, and I thought, you know what? I'm probably the highest level she was going to get. I'm probably going to fail her at this point. I'm Burr Martin, thanks a lot.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you actually understood of it. I know some of it was a little hard to understand, but hey, what are you going to do? It's live performance. Anyway, I also wanted to let you know I do another podcast. Now, I've been doing smart investing for, this is our 13th year, technically. We did it for 12 years on the radio, and now we're going to a podcast. If you are an adult, I guess you're a kid, but Mike's really not going to take a kid as a client because he deals with a lot of money. But if you're a serious investor, go ahead and listen to Smart Investing. See what you think. This is not a normal investing podcast. This is like, well, it's my dumb self and Mike, and it's kind of like a road show type of thing. He gets serious and he talks about a lot of investing, and it gets deep, but it's also me asking dumb questions, so I'll lighten it up. Anyway, this is not your normal investing podcast, that's for dang sure. Here's a little snippet of what you can expect on Smart Investing, the podcast.
Well, hello, everybody. How we doing out there? Welcome to, like, the third or the fourth or the fifth podcast. I think this is the third one. Unfortunately, you've done this on purpose. You've actually clicked on this podcast to listen to it. You're listening to The Smart Investing Show, where we try to take the topic of investing. Number one, we try to make it easier to understand. Number two, we try to get you good, relevant information on each and every show. And thirdly, we try to be entertaining, and with the entertaining portion is my producer extraordinaire, Mr. Chris Martin. Hello, you're Spanish today, by the way. Hello, Chris. How are you doing today?
Hola. No habla inglés, señor.
Can you tend to the shrubs when we're done? No, I'm just...
Wow.
So what's going on?
And 2 minutes in, we're already racist.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing all right.
Very good. Right when we were getting this podcast set up, I was thinking, when we're on the air, there is a little bit of cachet to being on the air, like, we're live. If we mess it up, well, it's just,
It's live and you're worried.
No. If we mess the show up, people are used to listening to the radio and kind of half ignoring it and going about their business.
Oh, okay.
So if we have a bad show, more than likely that person's going to give us, if they think it's a bad show, they might give us a second chance. But I'm thinking if they go through all the trouble to go online and to click on a podcast and to listen to it and it's rubbish, there's no way in hell they're going to do it again. So that's how come I have all these notes, as if it's going to help. But that's how come these last three podcasts, I've had more notes than maybe what I might have had when we were live on the air before. Maybe. I don't want to admit to that. At least to you.
If they've downloaded the third podcast, they're Vikings at this point. They're in for everything.
They're Vikings.
Let's do this.
They're Vikings. Okay, now I know what you mean by that. So it's the third podcast, and believe it or not, this would be a show when we were on the air. This would be one of my favorite shows, if I can string my words and thoughts together, and that's not always a given. But there's a lot to talk about. So the first topic is going to be the biggest issue that has been in my industry for the last 30, 40 years. It is the biggest one, and it's a new set of rules or regulations and or both that are coming down from the government. The man, I got to tell you, the man is putting some pressure on me. They are bringing down some new rules and regulations from the Department of Labor.
Okay, so is this from having a new presidency, or is this something that has just been kind of slowly coming on?
Hold on. Let me make a comment here.
Oh, here we go.
Dear Diary.
Oh, boy.
Make sure to give Chris...
Educate Chris.
No, make sure to give Chris a sign when I actually want him to speak. No.
I'll raise my hand from now on.
Just kidding.
So yes, that's what you can expect from Smart Investing, the podcast. It's a show I do weekly with Mike Wren. And again, like I said, we've been doing it for 13 years. And we have a lot of fun. And also it's educational. So it's educational and fun. So if you're a serious investor, go ahead, go to smartinvestingshow.com. That's smartinvestingshow.com. And you can also email smartinvestingshow@gmail.com. I think that's it. That's it for the show. I am exhausted. I've had a lot of guests in the studio. I've had a lot of dogs barking, and I've had a lot of gross images in my head. So I think that's strike one, strike two, and strike three. I'm going to call it a night. So thank you to everybody who showed up. Thank you to Mike Seibert. I got his name right. To Jason Halverson. To the 501st. To Selfie Mom, Selfie Daughter, Selfie Son. Thank you to everybody else on the show. So remember, if you'd like to comment, question, be a guest on the show, complain that you thought I was making fun of the homeless, which I wasn't. I was making fun of the way Seattle handled the homeless problem. Any of those things, go ahead and write me at burrmartinmedia@gmail.com. And thank you, the listeners, especially for listening. And remember, if you want more great podcasts, go to panspending.com. You will find more great podcasts at panspending.com. Thank you, Andrew, for running the show over there. All right, for our allies overseas, the orange is about to peel. The orange is about to peel. Don't laugh. It's serious business. Talking to my allies overseas.
You said you were going to bring up trouble.
Shh. There's a secret code. Don't break my secret code. All of my codes have to do with them. Stop it. You're a wreck-it. All right, so thank you to everyone. And again, let's close out this show with the best doctor, David Tennant, on To Tell You How to Live. Thanks, and I will talk to you next week.
It's all going to be okay. Trust me, I'm a doctor. But it's up to us to make it okay. It's time to be positively rebellious and rebelliously positive. As long as we stand up for what we believe in, don't give in to anger or violence. Look out for the little guy. Keep an eye on the big guys. Refuse to keep our mouths shut. And just generally try not to be dicks. Every little thing is gonna be all right.